Hey, how's it going, you guys? My name is Demize, and in this video I'm going to be going over all the different drops that come from the 3 new bosses added in the 1.3.4 update. The 1.3.4 update is of course the Dungeons Defenders 2 crossover, which added this new tower defense type event, including 2 new mini bosses, which are the Dark Mage and Ogre, and a boss called Betsy, which is a dragon boss. There are a few different tiers and HP versions for each of these 2 new mini-bosses, as the event scales depending on your current progression, as well as the increased HP that comes from playing in multiplayer with expert mode. This actually matters for some of the drops, as it seems that the lower tier versions have a chance to drop some items or weapons twice as often as their higher tier counterparts. The lowest tier that you can start with is tier 1 of course, which is after you defeat the Eater of Worlds. Then you move on to tier 2, which is when you defeat any of the mechanical bosses, and then tier 3 is when you defeat the Golem. For some of the drops, there is also a 20% difference between normal and expert mode drop chances, where you have a lower chance for drops in expert mode. This seems kinda backwards to me, as if you're fighting harder enemies, you should have more chances of a reward, but whatever, let's actually get into the actual items and their drop chances. Although I do want to mention that these numbers are accurate as of the first day of the patch, and they may be slightly changed in future updates, but they'll probably stay relatively similar. Starting with the Dark Mage, you have a 1 in 10 chance to receive the Dark Mage trophy, no matter what tier or mode you're fighting in. The Dark Mage mask has a 1 in 7 chance to drop, or if you're fighting the higher tier version, you have a 1 in 14 chance for it to drop. You then have a 1 in 5 or a 1 in 10 chance to get either the War Table or the War Table banner, depending on which tier you're fighting. If you're in normal mode, you have a 1 in 2 chance, and if you're in expert mode, you have a 1 in 3 chance to get either the Dragon Egg or the Gato Egg, which are 2 new flying pets that look really awesome. And finally, with every Dark Mage kill, you will get Ethereal Mana, which is used to power extra summoner turrets. For the Ogre mini-boss, you again have the standard 1 in 10 chance to get its trophy, no matter what tier or mode you're playing in. The Ogre mask has a similar chance to drop as the Dark Mage mask, which is a 1 in 7 if you're in normal mode, and 1 in 14 if you're in expert mode. If you're fighting the lower tier version of the Ogre, you have a 1 in 2 chance in normal mode, or a 1 in 3 chance in expert mode, to get one of the following 4 accessories, which are the Apprentice's Scarf, Huntress's Buckler, Squire's Shield, or the Monk's Belt. If you're fighting the tier 3 version of the Ogre, you instead have a 1 in 6 chance to get one of those 4 accessories. And again, if you're fighting the lower tier Ogre, you have a 1 in 2 chance in normal mode or a 1 in 3 chance in expert mode to get one of the following 5 weapons, which are the Tome of Infinite Wisdom, Phantom Phoenix, Brand of the Inferno, Sleepy Octopod, or the Ghastly Glaive. And if you were instead fighting the tier 3 version, you have a 1 in 6 chance to get one of those 5 different weapons. Finally, against the lower tier Ogre, the Creeper Egg, which summons a light pet, has a 1 in 4 chance to drop in normal mode, and a 1 in 5 chance to drop in expert mode. The higher tier Ogre instead has a 1 in 10 chance to drop this pet, and of course you get your guaranteed Ethereal Mana for defeating this mini-boss, no matter what tier you're fighting in. The third and final new boss that was added is Betsy the Dragon, who only spawns once in your final wave 7, and only if you're fighting at tier 3. Betsy drops his items in a boss bag, so there is a 1 in 20 chance to get a full set of developer items, as with any boss bag. The Betsy trophy drops at the standard 1 in 10 chance, and the Betsy mask drops at a 1 in 7 chance. You then have a chance to get one of the 4 following weapons, which are the Aerial Bane, which is an awesome bow weapon, the Flying Dragon, which is a powerful melee weapon, the Sky Dragon's Fury, which is a spinning melee weapon, and Betsy's Wrath, which is a magic weapon similar to one of Betsy's attacks. Then you have a 1 in 4 chance to get Betsy's Wings, which are definitely not top tier like the Lunar Wings, but they do have a very cool style and animation, as well as a unique function that allows you to fly horizontally very quickly for a short amount of time. And finally, you will get between 30 and 50 defender medals for each Betsy kill. The new summoner turret weapons are all sold separately through the Tavern Keeper NPC, and I may be doing a separate more in-depth videos on those. I'll be doing a few more videos on the 1.3.4 update, so make sure to let me know what you want to see in the comments below. Also, I am curious about your thoughts on this new event, as we now know more about it and how it fits into the game progression, which I think it works pretty good, as you can revisit it a few different times in your character's playthrough for more challenges and new items or weapons as you progress. And I am doing a giveaway for Terraria on Steam again this week, but in honor of the 1.3.4 update, I am going to be giving away 4 copies of Terraria to 4 lucky winners. Just go to meteordemize.com/LevelMaker/giveaway, or use the link below to enter. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this information-packed overview of all the new boss drops, and subscribe for more Terraria videos, and yeah, have a nice day.